had this really cool idea for a self-sustaining roadway. Okay, so here's the idea. On the side of the road, you got solar panels. The solar panels charge these little charging strips, and then also the extra power from the solar panels goes to the main power grid in the area. Okay, well, how this is going to essentially work is you got the cars on the road and they're being wirelessly charged, kind of similar to like how a phone can wirelessly charge in a car. So with the car on the road going over the charging strips on the road, it will essentially charge the car as the car is moving. Now, the road itself will consist of these pressure plates. And every time a pressure plate is pressed down, it generates energy. And then that energy is sent to the main power grid of the area. And on top of that, since these are pressure plates, they can detect when, pressure is being applied. So imagine you can have this road system hooked up to like a GPS type system that can read that a pressure plate a mile ahead or however many miles ahead is being pressed, but it's not being pressed like, a car just going right over it. It's being pressed consistently. So that will pop up a little indicator on like your little heads-up display or your GPS or whatever, saying, hey, there's an object in the road or whatever, a mile up ahead or whatever. So you have a notice way before you get anywhere near that object. And that can detect like, wildlife like deer. You can detect, car wrecks. It can detect, just random objects that fly off the back of somebody's truck and lands in the road or something like that. And, but yeah, so essentially the ecosystem itself is creating the power and the energy for itself, the ecosystem. Because you got the power from the sun through the sense of solar panels, and then that is helping charge the cars on the road and also supplementing some of that extra energy to the power grid. And then with the cars driving on pressure plates, that's creating even more energy to go toward the power grid. But yeah, anyway, I came up with that interesting little idea. I made a little rough blueprint of that. Yeah, I took a picture of that and said, hey, can you actually make me like a cleaner, like actual like kind of blueprint looking thing? And it did. So yeah, anyway, my mind works really weird. I think of random stuff like this all the time. Don't ask me why. But yeah, I thought it was kind of cool and just wanted to share that with y'all. And I love y'all, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.